Another Madden 20 wow. Another Madden 20 video. Figured I'd do it again. I had fun with the last one. Quick update on the team and stuff. We're currently undefeated, 4-0. Our next game against our rivals, Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm gonna show you my team again because made some changes again. First, we got a new center. I don't know how to say that name, but his last name's Richburg, and I think his name's Earl Jenkins. No, that's weird, but Earl Jenkins. And then Mark Ingram broke his ribs. He's out for 6 weeks. Austin Eckler was on free agency, or not free agent, trade block. I traded for him, but I played 2 games with him and he was not doing good for me, so traded him for Damian Williams from the Chiefs. And our backup is Edwards and Hill because we switch out running backs a lot. And Antonio Brown, Jackson, Marquise Brown, Des Bryant, that's also the same defense. I thought I got somebody new, but I swear I did, but I don't know where he's at. I think it was Collins, because it said we needed an extra DT, so I got one. So this is what our team's looking like. It's pretty good. We're undefeated going in against the 1-3 Pittsburgh Steelers. We're 4-0. I'm gonna show you my players I scouted that I want, and I feel like would be a good fit. So we're gonna go to scouted. Chase Young, obviously, because we could use some defensive players. T. Higgins, C.D. Lamb. I want another decent wide receiver because I feel like Antonio Brown or Des Bryant is not gonna work out for some reason. Like, I might not want to resign or anything, but I would like C.D. Lamb. Nick Coe from Auburn. I didn't hear much about him, but I know he was pretty decent. So we got right in. We need one of those. Definitely a linebacker position. Whole linebacker position needs upgraded. So Isaiah Simmons from Clemson. I know he's good. I've watched him play plenty of times. We got J.K. Dobbins. Scouted him. Receiving back. Could use him in some plays because that's Ravens run with multiple running backs. They rotate every running back. And then just a guard because we need a better offensive lineman. I got Darrell Williams from Mississippi State. I don't know who he is, sorry, and haven't watched him, so I don't know much. But it's who scouted him. I do have 1 first-round pick. And I'm probably gonna go Chase Young if he's available, but if not, definitely Clemens or C.D. Lamb. But we are gonna get into this game. Let's skip the training, play full game. See, I'm gonna move my mic away from my mouth a little bit so they're not hearing me breathe or any background noise. I'm gonna do color rush for this game. I think that's a good one for this. Yeah, color rush is fine. And let's get into it. Undefeated. So far, not too bad. Lamar Jackson's OP, that's all I can say. It's a wild quarterback. That dude got the golden net 8-2. It's not bad. Juju Smith-Schuster. Michael Fitzpatrick, I know he's pretty good. That would be a struggle.
Hello, everybody.
It shows you who the key players on the teams. And I honestly spaced out one time, just clicked X through it, so I have no idea
Coach,
what
we are at the
we're supposed
confluence
to
of
do
the
to stop
Ohio,
this certain player.
Allegheny,
So
and
we're kind of
Monongahela
going
Rivers at
overboard.
Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the 37-year-old Ben Roethlisberger, ready to lead the Steelers. He led the entire NFL in passing yards in 2018. The second time that he's owned that honor.
You can definitely run on you. I'm gonna go with Marcus Peters. So Phil Juju's
on 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson.
Short pass.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
What about 2 yards?
And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they've got the 2nd straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they head out on the road.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
I don't think I showed you all this guy.
It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now the starters on the defensive side of the ball for the Ravens. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't hold the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
I didn't have to trade much for him either.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defense is score. We've seen it, right? They take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd.
It's not bad. All right, so let's get into some action. I always run it first. Try a new running back, too. They're saying dagger, but I definitely get damage.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hayward, TJ Watt, who I don't think running's going to go to him. But,
now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
So I think I know.
And here now the Baltimore offense.
And the Baltimore Ravens pride themselves on being physical on offense. One reason why? Perennial Pro Bowl guard Marshall Yanda, who played his first 16-game season since 2015 and 2018. And when he's right, the Baltimore offense rolls.
On 2nd down, Williams.
I was going to go up.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. We take a glance now at the starters on the defensive side of the ball for Pittsburgh. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
I think we're going to go with deep down.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
I'm about to use Lamar Jackson because I picked the wrong one.
Jackson from the shotgun, rolling to his left. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. Everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the designed runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing. And keep in mind, 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. This is caught by Williams. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Fitzpatrick wants to go. Their safety.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught at the 20. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker.
I still have more game
and get
juice.
nearly 40 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off, and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Jackson. Roberts got it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Just drive.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Here's Jackson to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Here we go with Williams. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And it should go faster, and it doesn't. Because if Justin Tucker's like Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the
touchdown. It's
touchdown.
not, it goes faster.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. They find some open field here.
Goal. Pick 6.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass, ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up.
His sticking's a lot
their second drive now, run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Trying to forget about that pick 6 last time out. From the 30 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And that is caught one-handed.
I thought I picked it off.
He pulled it in. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 44 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Roethlisberger throwing complete to McDonald. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I'll give it to him at this score.
Think about some of the memorable performances that Ben Roethlisberger has had over the years, and one of them came against the Ravens. He threw 6 touchdowns back in 2014 and a win against Baltimore. And actually, now that I think about it, that was on the heels of a 6-touchdown performance in a win over Indianapolis the week prior. So October of 2014 was kind to Big Ben. On 2nd down and 4, Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now.
They're giving it to him.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point.
Oh, we got Witherspoon for free agency.
And that one makes it 14-7.
Just a half. So good cornerbacks.
5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devin Bush in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. So they wind up throwing it against your advice, but the result's still a 4th down.
Well, it did turn out to be a safe throw. And you know how sometimes coaches talk about using short passing game as a run? Essentially, that's what they did there. Now they can kick it away.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Ryan Switzer. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack is 2nd and 20. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long.
I like the animations they did this year, or last year technically, because the game came out last year. The energy was somewhat improving with the realisticness of...
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch this thing way down. This is caught inside the 15.
I was there the whole time.
It's a big play there for the Steelers. 47 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up even more big plays.
This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Just like that.
They'll try to run it. This is counter. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be counter. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack. And now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
That could have been bad.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Passing doesn't too bad. Go to Harris.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devin Bush picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 27. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for a loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? The other one's helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
My core for external hard drive is broken.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
So far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
But we'll continue. We're gonna end it. See where it is tomorrow. And
he's
then
got the tight end,
continue from there.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
That'll be up on that channel.
Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3
3
thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Ravens will take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
So I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson got him in. It's Brown. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hitting the yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Stopped him in his tracks.
We'll switch sides.
They'll run for it. It's Edwards. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way out to the 42-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Edwards, a man who had undrafted out of Rutgers, signed with the Ravens, and last year as a rookie, very productive. 718 yards in only 11 games played. 300-yard games in the second half of the season. All of them victories, really helping propel the Ravens into the postseason. Also had better than 5 yards per carry. Quite a start for the Staten Island native to his NFL career. On 2nd and 12, Jackson flush to his right. It's complete to Brown, right side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
All receivers are running back, not everybody, obviously, because of comments. But somebody will get something. Try to run the screen.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a pass dumped off to his running back.
That would have been a better
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. For a first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. This is Hill on the draw play. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Maybe not this time, because
Operating from the gun. Jackson Flushed out right. He'll try it, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again, Big Roethlisberger marches onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
They might pass.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Roethlisberger will throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 10. Good for a Steeler first down. Roethlisberger now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This kick to shatter the NFL record, a 69-yard attempt.
I'll try.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short.
I couldn't see.
So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
I showed it last time. We were going to skip this time.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. This is taken at the 3.
Just bang right through 33-yard line, good field position.
A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, where the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Disappears.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, never mind. You're right. They brought that dude back.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This player here is something else. Wait for it, I get enough time to get it to him.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. On first down, it's Samuels. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty tired, but we're going to
into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now Brown. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sail. Right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Again.
Jackson now. Going to throw again. Gets this one to Hill. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Touches, even though he has like 4 or 5 touchdowns.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play in the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Now Jackson. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Check 13. Check 13.
4th down. Here's Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he holds the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns got him in the lead.
Above 500 record.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Shaq Lawson, credit him with a sack as he... for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen. This is Samuels. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Roethlisberger will hand the counter. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
We're doing good.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm not going to say nothing because you never know.
From the 41, Roethlisberger, and the catch made by Johnson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Black 20. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Black is good.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Get a block.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, About 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Once I find it,
and he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Here's Jackson, and he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start the drive with Samuels. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Roethlisberger. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Roethlisberger on target to Washington. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete here. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? You don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
That one goes for 8 yards. So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Ben to throw again. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. He finds his man Johnson. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return this time will go to the 42-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Or Williams, Damian Williams.
They begin the drive with Williams. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Yeah, so it seems like they're in the middle.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And it
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get it.
But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday, which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Jackson now. This will be dropped by Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Stop.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. And my goodness, another interception.
That's a pick six.
Tyus Bowser with a pick. He's at the 50.
He's down there.
He's at the 30. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
And he barely plays. I think he was just in.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Jesus. Cardinals
this fielded a few yards into the end zone.
They put pretty
no
good
run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go draw play. This is Samuels. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm go for it. If we get it back, I'm just
another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
On the ground, this is Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that. I
think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
45-10, been through
Well,
5
Charles, it's one thing
interceptions
to
on
win. It's
0
another thing to
touchdowns
win
and
and put up the amount of
interceptions.
points that they did.
Pick
What were they
6 and
clicking on
press
offense?
rush.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, their strong September has carried over to
5-0, undefeated. First in our division. It's great. Great start. I said my goal was 10 wins. That's or make the playoffs, which is 10 wins. I think we'll beat it. We can upgrade Orlando Brown. That's good. That's not what it looks like. This game needs to work on that. And let's go pass protector. Well, it's a good one upgrade. Deshaun Elliott. Let's do eventually some of these guys, once I get farther into the season or into the game, this team, they'll progress, and I'll have them starting once everybody else retires. Hopefully, I'll also be up there. Better get a good shot. And get touchdowns. It's about one-on-one matchups better than always win. And after the games, I don't think they're doing better. That's good. Superstar close. Nice. I got him a superstar X Factor. Nice. So that means I should be able to upgrade him. It was TJ Watt. And he got us pretty good when running. With 2 new injuries, I don't like that. I do not like that, because that sounds like they're going to be out for a longer time. Man, that's not good. 5 weeks. They get Dez back, but that's still not good. 5 weeks. 2 weeks, get him back soon. 6 weeks and 4 weeks. Those are not good injuries at all, I'm fine. I think we can live with them early, but in Ingram, we have good running backs to back them up, but it's always nice to have him on the field. This one's gonna be kind of the because we do have Dez and Antonio, but we don't have very good backups for third. So we're gonna stick to what team we got. Next week we play the Bengals, so that's good at least, nothing too bad. But I'm gonna end it here. We won 45-10. Oh, I said I was gonna show you all one more stats. If he gets hurt, we're screwed. But I'll show you his passing and rushing. Passing wise, 73 for 86. 8 TDs, 2 interceptions, 84 completion percentage. 194 yards, 136 QBR rating, so that's not bad. Rushing wise, 7 TDs, 611 yards, 229 yards, 123, 128, 91, 26. Alright, now, that's just all his stats. We're gonna go back to the home menu here. I'm gonna end the broadcast here. Hope you all enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment on what you want me to play, share me around with everybody. And thanks for watching, or thanks for joining the stream, and I am out. Peace.